There are literally thousands of themes to choose from when it comes to picking the right look and feel for your WordPress website. But when it comes to themes that are optimized for an e-learning experience using the LearnDash LMS, things get a little bit limited. Luckily, there are ways that we can optimize our website to make our lessons and topics look less like a blog and more like an e-learning platform. In this video, we're going to look at the popular theme Astra to see how we can use that to make our courses look less like a blog. Let's get started. So as you can see here, we have our course, the Astra theme is installed, but we're not using the full screen. We have a sidebar, we have comments turned on, and there are a few improvements that we can definitely make here. So the first thing that we need to think about is, do we want to have comments turned on? On the one hand, comments are generally a way for people to post feedback on blog posts, their thoughts and things like that. So it might be worthwhile to turn them off. But popular online learning websites like Masterclass leverage comments to get feedback and start discussions with their students. So it's up to you on how you want to make that call. We're going to leave comments turned on, but we are going to go to the WordPress dashboard to make sure that only registered users can comment. So we're going to go to Settings, Discussion. We're going to turn off some of the link notifications and notifications. We're going to allow people to comment, but we're going to make sure that they are registered. As for the look and feel of our website, let's go ahead and go to Edit Course to see how we can better customize this landing page. We'll scroll down and you'll see that we have some settings for Astra. The first is the sidebar. So we'll look at the customizer in a minute, but by default, the sidebar is set to the customizer setting, which is a right sidebar. We're going to go to no sidebar for the sake of this lesson. We're also going to change the content layout to be full width contained. We could also do full width stretched. The difference between these two things is that while the website does stretch to full width, our content is contained within a box, while with the full width stretched, our content will go edge to edge. To make things a bit more readable, we're going to do full width contained. We can also do things like disable the primary header, the title, the featured image, and the footer bar. But for now, that's all we're going to do. So now you can see our content stretches the entire width of the window. If we go to the first lesson though, you'll see that we're right back at the old layout with the sidebar. That's because going the more granular route of changing the sidebar settings and the content layout settings here, we would have to do this for each and every course, lesson, and topic. Instead, what we can do is take advantage of the customizer. If we go to our dashboard, you'll notice that under Appearance, we have some options. Astra offers a free version of the theme as well as a pro version of the theme. And under Available Astra Pro modules, you'll see that there is one for LearnDash. So a lot of the settings that we're going to look at in the customizer are only available for those using the pro version of Astra. Another thing that we may take advantage of is the custom page headers or layouts. These are things that we can apply only to LearnDash templates without actually writing any code. So with that in mind, let's go back to our lesson and click Customize. The first thing we'll do is go to Layout. You can see that there is a LearnDash option here. So under the LearnDash option, there are a couple of learning-specific options. We can enable distraction-free learning, which will get rid of the main navigation. We can also display the student's gravatar in the primary header and link that gravatar to something. So if you want to enable distraction-free learning, and disable the gravatar, you can have this link to their account. You'll also notice some settings for the course content table. So differentiate rows is checked off. If we uncheck it, all of the rows will be the same background color. We can also change the table border radius. There's also an option to display the serial number. What that does is enumerate our lessons to make it clear the order in which the content should be consumed. With that, let's go back to some of our other settings. If we click on Container, you'll notice that we have the default container, which is at content boxed, but we also have specific settings for LearnDash. So we can change our container to full width contained or full width stretched. You'll notice that even though we're at full width stretched, we still have our sidebar. So why don't we go get rid of that first? Let's go back and go into the sidebar area of our customizer. And again, we have a specific section for LearnDash where we can get rid of the sidebar. Now, our video stretches from end to end, and our content does the same. If you like the idea of a full width container but want it to be a little bit more condensed, you can do that under the container area. So we can change this to full width contained, and we can manually set the container width. And now we're still taking advantage of the full width, but our container is a little bit more manageable. So if we click publish on this, you'll see that we have a nice full width container for our courses. There's one more thing that we should look at though. Earlier in the video, we pointed out that there is a section under Appearance for Astra options, and that there are header sections, page headers, and custom layouts. If we activate page headers and custom layouts, we can go to the settings for each. Looking at page headers first, you can see that we can change the layout of our page header or completely get rid of it. We can choose some information like the background color or select an image, and we can choose how we want it to interact with the site header. We can also choose display rules, so we can choose to display it on all courses or all lessons. We can also choose to show it by a user role. And we can add as many of these rules as we'd like. The same thing goes for custom layouts. So we can go to Add New for a custom layout, and we can add content or switch to the HTML editor to add some code if we'd like. And we can choose where we want this information to go. You can see that there are 4 options here: header, footer, 404, and hooks. While the first 3 may be self-explanatory, hooks requires a little bit of guidance. Hooks are how developers add their content into different areas of WordPress templates. So when I select hook, we'll see a few more options show up. One is actions, and we can choose where we want the information to show up. So we have head and header, but we also have all areas of the content available, as well as comments, footer, and WooCommerce. If we, for example, wanted to have a call to action at the bottom of all of our content for our lessons, we can choose the action entry bottom. We'll keep the priority and the spacing the same, and then we can choose where to display this, including all lessons. So for example, if we want our students to leave a review for the course while they're taking it, we can link to our product page where reviews are enabled. We'll click publish, and then if we go to our lesson page, you'll see a link that says leave a review for the course. So that's it for this video. In it, we learned how to use some of the features of Astra to make our online course website look less like a blog. We looked at what we could do granularly on the post or lesson pages, which you can do in the free version of Astra, and then we looked at some of the premium features, like site-wide customizer settings for all of our LearnDash pages, custom page headers, and custom layouts that we can add at any point throughout our content. If you liked this video, be sure to click the thumbs up down below and subscribe to this channel for more great